I always trusted my wife, Sarah, from the day we met in college, through our wedding vows, and into our 10 years of marriage. She was my rock. We built a life together in a cozy suburb, with 2 kids, a golden retriever named Max, and dreams of growing old on a porch swing. Sarah worked as a teacher, passionate about shaping young minds, while I hustled in real estate, closing deals and building partnerships. Trust was the foundation of us, no jealousy, no secrets, or so I thought. It started on a rainy Tuesday in October. My car wouldn't start that morning. The battery had died overnight. I had an important meeting downtown with a potential client, and Sarah had already left for school with the kids. No time for a tow truck or Uber. I needed to move fast. That's when I called Mark, my business partner of 5 years. We'd started our firm together, flipping properties and turning profits. Mark was reliable, always there with a joke or a helping hand. "Sure, buddy," he said over the phone. "I'll swing by in 10. When Mark pulled up in his sleek black SUV, the rain was pounding like drums on the roof. I hopped in, shaking off the water, and thanked him profusely. "No problem," he grinned, his usual charismatic self. Mark was a few years older, divorced, with a knack for charming clients. We chatted about the meeting as he navigated the slick roads, traffic crawling like a sluggish river. The conversation flowed easily at first, work stuff, the latest market trends, a funny story about a picky buyer. But then, as we stopped at a red light, Mark's phone buzzed in the cup holder. He glanced at it, and his face tightened just a bit. "Everything okay?" I asked casually. "Yeah, just a friend," he muttered, silencing it. But the phone lit up again, and this time, I caught a glimpse of the name, Sarah. My Sarah. My heart skipped, but I brushed it off. Probably a coincidence. Maybe he knew another Sarah. We had mutual friends, after all. The light turned green, and Mark accelerated, but the air in the car felt thicker. "Hey, you mind if I grab that charger from the glove box?" I said, pointing. My phone was dying too. He nodded, eyes on the road. As I opened it, a small photo tumbled out, a Polaroid, edges worn. It was Sarah, laughing in a park, her hair catching the sunlight, and there, arm around her, was Mark. Time froze. "What the hell is this?" I whispered, holding it up. Mark's knuckles whitened on the wheel. "Pull over," I demanded, my voice steady but my mind racing. He veered into a parking lot, rain blurring the windows like tears. "Listen, it's not what you think," he started, but I cut him off. "Not what I think. That's my wife, Mark." "Explain." He sighed, rubbing his temples. Okay. It started innocently. About a year ago, at that company picnic, Sarah and I got talking, deep stuff, you know, about life, dreams, the things we feel stuck in. You were always so busy with deals, and she felt lonely. We started texting, just venting at first. Coffee meets during lunch breaks. Nothing physical, I swear. Just emotional support. Emotional support. The words hit like a punch. I trusted her completely, shared everything. But hearing this, pieces clicked, her late, grading sessions, the secretive smiles at her phone, the way she'd zone out during dinner. "How long?" I choked out. "Months," he admitted. "We connected on a level I haven't felt since my divorce. She said you two were solid, but she needed someone to really listen." "I know it's wrong." I tried to stop, but feelings got involved. Feelings. My world tilted. I thought of our vows, the nights we'd cuddle watching old movies, the way she'd kiss me goodbye each morning. Was it all a facade? "Did she say she loved you?" I asked, voice breaking. Mark hesitated. "Not in those words. But yeah, there was affection. We shared poems, inside jokes. She confided in me about your arguments, how she felt invisible sometimes." Invisible. I'd worked hard to provide, to give her the life she deserved. But maybe I'd missed the signs, too wrapped up in my own world. The rain hammered harder, mirroring the storm inside me. I told him to drive me home. The meeting could wait, everything could. Silence filled the car, broken only by the wiper's rhythmic swish. When we pulled up, Sir's car was there. School must be let out early due to the weather. Mark didn't say goodbye, he just drove off, leaving me in the downpour. Inside, Sarah was in the kitchen, humming as she prepped dinner. The kids were napping. She turned, smile fading at my expression. "Honey, what's wrong? You're soaked." I held up the photo, my hand trembling. "Explain this." Her face paled, eyes widening. "Oh God, how did you?" "Mark gave me a ride. Found it in his car." I sat at the table, head in hands. He told me everything. The texts, the coffees, the emotional support. "How could you, Sarah? I trusted you with my life." She sank into a chair, tears streaming. "I'm so sorry. It wasn't planned. You're always working late, and I felt so alone." Mark listened, made me feel seen. "But it was never physical, I promise. I love you, not him. It was a mistake. A stupid escape. A mistake, I echoed, anger rising. You shared our private life with him. Our fights. Our dreams. That's betrayal, Sarah. Emotional or not, it's cheating. We talked for hours. Voices rising and falling like waves. She admitted the thrill of the secret connection. How it filled a void she'd been too scared to voice. I confessed my part, neglecting her amid the hustle, assuming trust meant no effort needed. The kids woke, sensing the tension, and we paused to hug them, pretending normalcy. That night, we lay in bed, backs turned, the space between us, an ocean. Sleep evaded me. Memories flashed, our first date, the birth of our son, vacations laughing under the sun. Could we rebuild? Days blurred into therapy sessions. We sought counseling, unpacking years of unspoken hurts. Sarah cut off Mark completely. I dissolved our partnership, starting fresh with a new firm. It hurt like hell, rebuilding trust brick by brick. Some nights, doubt crept in. Was she thinking of him? But slowly, we talked more, listened deeper. Date nights became rituals, not rarities. We shared vulnerabilities, turning wounds into wisdom. Months later, on a sunny afternoon, we walked in the same park from the photo. Sarah squeezed my hand. I choose you, every day, she said. I'm sorry I broke us. I pulled her close. We broke us, but we're fixing it together. Trust isn't blind anymore. It's earned, nurtured. That rainy ride shattered my world, but it also woke me up. Emotional infidelity cuts deep, invisible scars that heal with time and truth. Now, our marriage is stronger, forged in forgiveness. If you're listening, remember, talk before it's too late. Love demands presence, not just promises.